And let's begin with an exclusive news break. India Today has accessed exclusive documents that suggest that the vessel Calliope of Arn with Mehul Choksi left Antigua on May 23rd at 10:09 a.m. with the next port of destination being Dominica, which is a 120-mile journey, which normally won't take 3 days' time. Antigua Immigration and Customs outbound clearance document says that the St. Lucia-based yacht went to Antigua on May 17th and left Antigua for Dominica on May 23rd. Remember that Dominica immigration papers claim that Choksi arrived on May 25th. So you see that there's clearly a discrepancy as far as the dates are concerned. And that's again led to a big question mark about how Choksi got to Dominica, what he was doing, and why it took 3 days for a 120-mile journey. Geeta Mohan is joining us with more details on this. Geeta, this document again leads to questions about when Choksi left Antigua, when he landed in Dominica, whether there's a discrepancy on Choksi's part or whether authorities simply don't have the minute details.
Well, discrepancies after discrepancies, Akshita, this entire case stinks. It stinks, it is fishy, we do not know what really happened. The leader of the opposition now claims that Dominican police authorities were involved, that it's a three-country operation. But more importantly, a claim that he makes, according to reports now in Dominica, is that on the 23rd, when the yacht traveled from Antigua to Dominica, it's a 120-mile journey. It could not have taken 3 days, which means it landed somewhere in the evening. But the leader of the opposition, Lennox Vincent, says that it landed in the evening in Portsmouth only because it had a slight interruption in between. And he claims, the huge claim, he says, according to reports that he's been seeing, that the Dominican Coast Guards removed Mehul Choksi from that yacht before it landed and docked in Portsmouth. So huge claim again there by the leader of the opposition, but more importantly, the document that we have exclusively accessed very clearly shows that the dates are different. The official version from Dominica is that the yacht docked on the 25th, and if you see the papers from Antigua Customs Clearance, it is the 23rd. So apart from the fact that whether Mehul Choksi went in or not, there's a lot of official explanation that Dominica now will have to give in terms of why are there fudged papers? How come the records do not show a May 23rd docking of Calliope of Arn? So huge discrepancy there. Certainly could not have happened without certain individuals from the Dominican authorities, the immigration, Coast Guard having been involved. And if that's the case, there is a lot of answering to do as to why they do not have a record of Calliope of Arn having docked on the 23rd. It certainly doesn't take 3 days for a 120-mile journey from Antigua to Dominica, where we've seen a 23rd and a 25th May date. Absolute fudging of documents and a lot of answering to do by the Dominican authorities.
Things clearly don't add up. To put it simply, Antigua claims that Choksi left on this particular yacht for Dominica on May 23rd. Dominica claims that Choksi arrived on 25th May. 3 days there, a big question mark of what happened then. It doesn't take that much time to travel from Antigua to Dominica. So there's a discrepancy there, and questions are being asked of whether Dominican authorities really goofed up as far as the papers and the immigration papers for Choksi are concerned. After reports of Mehul Choksi being honey-trapped and lured into Dominica, the country's opposition has claimed an elaborate operation planned by India, Antigua and Dominica to send fugitive scamster Mehul Choksi to India. The opposition leader told India Today that Choksi reached Dominica on 23rd of May after being abducted and not 25th as has been officially cited.
Removal of Choksi from Antigua and bringing him to Dominica. Immediately after, we hear talk about him being sent directly back to India. suggests that there is a plan afoot to subvert the legal process that has been engaged in this jurisdiction. And in other words, an undermining of the judiciary in this jurisdiction. But the Dominican authorities also need to consider, how is it that we got ourselves into this situation where the country appears to be going along with a plan to subvert the judicial process in the region and have Mehul Choksi out of Antigua, where the Prime Minister says he enjoys constitutional protection and privileges. Everybody in Dominica knows that Mehul Choksi arrived in Dominica or came into Dominica on the night of in the evening of the 23rd, Sunday, the 23rd of May. Now, it's interesting because the Customs and Immigration clearance documents from Antigua indicate that the vessel on which Choksi is supposed to have arrived in Dominica left Antigua at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, the 23rd. They were coming straight to Dominica. That's the next port. That would have put them here, except they had some difficulty at sea, on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening sometime. And that is what the locals in the area report, that the boat actually came in on the 20th.